Here's how the media are lying right now. They missed the mood of the election. That's what they're saying now. That's their cop out for lying to us for years about how great everything is, how great the economy is, how everyone really is not struggling. They've been gaslighting us the whole entire time, and we answered with their gaslighting by bringing back Donald Trump to fix things. And their answer is they missed the mood. That is just ridiculous. They didn't miss anything. They straight out lied and propagandized and used misinformation and disinformation against the American people. And we spoke out against that with this election. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Federalist, from Eddie Scarry. And he reports that nobody can be mad at Democrat leaders for not admitting until after the election how terrible they've been. I'll disagree. I can be mad at that. But their champions and enablers in the national news media can truly go directly to hell for it. I agree with that. CNN's top propagandist, Brian Stelter, who self-identifies as a media analyst, devoted an entire edition of his daily rag, scratch that, so-called newsletter last Friday to pretending that he and his peers got their coverage of the election wrong by mishap. Oh, it was all a mistake. It was all a mistake. We didn't take account for the mood. But he said, quote, "Here's what I keep hearing," he wrote. "The news media writ large cared about A, B, and C, while swing voters cared about X, Y, and Z." He quoted an unnamed former news executive who said, quote, "Too much of the mainstream media missed the mood of America." And Stelter himself wrote with a sense of disbelief that, quote, "It's hard to argue that economic concerns were overlooked in this year's news coverage." No, it's not hard to believe this. They did that so they can win the election. If they really talked about how bad the economy really is, they know their person, their puppet, Kamala Harris, and before her, Joe Biden, would not have got reelected on the economy. So they had to gaslight people. They had to propagandize us and tell us that things aren't really as bad as it really is, even though our wallets were hurting from it. The article goes on to say, "It's all more Stelter BS, and he isn't confused about anything." Agreed. The media aren't victims of their own mistakes or oversight. Nobody missed the mood. They invested all of their credibility into denying reality and attempting to pass on to voters an alternative version of it. Facts. Everything that was going so desperately wrong, the media told voters, was either not true or not nearly as bad as they were imagining. Who you gonna believe, me or your lying ass pockets, right? "Inflation is killing me," they said. "It cooled," a lie. "Rampant crime is scaring me," they say. "It's down," a lie. "Migrants are failing to assimilate and follow local customs and laws," they said. "There's no evidence," a lie. "Donald Trump led a stronger economy," they say. "You're misremembering his presidency," a lie. "Kamala Harris is weak sauce," they say. "She's popular and you just don't like black women," a lie. There is no analysis or reflection needed on the part of Brian Stelter or any of his peers. Nobody needs answers from him. He and the rest of them were lying then, and they're faking a new sense of understanding now. This isn't a complex issue that requires days of thought and debate. They tried pulling off one of the biggest scams in American history, and it failed. Contrary to what they insisted, Kamala was not a legitimate candidate for president, and she is in fact largely responsible for how broken this country is. The voters didn't fall for the lie. They rejected it with enthusiasm. The media's failure in the election is not distinct from the Democrats. They failed together because their goals were the same: to suffocate Trump's supporters, demoralize independent voters, and hoist Kamala into the presidency so that the power they cling to could continue another 4 years and perhaps indefinitely. It didn't work, thank God, and no one should be tricked again into believing these people. Stelter and his friends in the media are anything but deceitful, malevolent, and hostile to the will of the American voters. Wow, I really agree with everything, almost everything this guy said in his article. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Do you think the media really did just miss the mood, or you think they just flat out been lying to us the entire time? They know about it and they propagandized us to try to believe in this false reality. Leave your comments down below, like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.